Well, hey there, heart workers. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Leslie, and I am here to do today's Heart Work Chat, the first Heart Work Chat of 2018. So, 1,000 of you liked and commented. Over 200 of you have shared the post that I put up last week. It was a photo of my husband and I was sharing the story of one of our first arguments that we had when we first got married. This was 7 years ago. And the response has been amazing. Now, I could sit back here and say, okay, it's because it was a dope photo or we looked good in it or whatnot. But let me be honest with you. I think so many of us connected with that photo because we all know what it feels like to want love, to feel seen, to be heard, to be valued. And we also just simply want someone to just come chasing after us sometimes. And this doesn't just apply to just marriage. This is married or single. This is friendship or a work relationship, or this is if you've been dating for a long time or just starting to date. It doesn't matter. Regardless of the relationship, we all want to feel loved, seen, and heard. So it makes me think about this verse that I love, and it's James chapter 4, verse 1, where it starts off by saying, now let's get serious. It says, where do you think all these appalling wars and quarrels come from? Do you think they just happen? Think again. They came about because you want your way and you fight for it deep inside yourselves. You lust for what you don't have and are willing to kill to get it. You want what isn't yours and you will risk violence to get it. You wouldn't think about just asking God for it, would you? You're spoiled children, each wanting your own way. So talk about waking up and reading this verse. Totally doesn't feel encouraging. It doesn't feel like it's a feel-good verse at all. But the verse is so real. And I can tell you guys, honestly, all you heart workers out there, that in many arguments that I have found myself in, I find myself sitting in this verse again because it's so true. What it speaks to me is this, is that when it comes to arguments, regardless of who is with, regardless of what it's about, that is never about the actual topic of the argument. Rather, it's about what's in us. It's about what I call our heart hangups. These are things where they're old situations, old wounds, old triggers that come back out in an argument, and they have this way of just getting under our skin. It's about the heart hangups, and it's also about what are we trying to protect or to gain. In every argument, you should ask yourself this: what is it that I'm trying to protect or gain here? It's never about the topic. So it leaves us with this question, and the question is, we want love, but yet we're failing to get it because we're not willing to do the work to face our heart hangups. And then we're not doing the work to actually sit and be reflective about those things that we are internally trying to protect or gain. And then at the end of the day, fights are annoying. They are frustrating and just leaves you worn out. So how do we fix this? What is the answer? And I think what this verse goes back to and is talking about, you want to just happen to think about asking God. And I think when we sit for just long enough and we ask God about it, He invites us into this process, what I like to call heart work. Heart work is sitting down and getting real about those emotions that are really hard to talk about. It's sitting down and getting real, like in the case of that post that I shared last week, and starting to say, man, we had this argument, but I just want to feel that He sees me. I just want to feel that He's willing to come after me. And on the other side, also feeling like I just want to hear that my points are valid. I want to hear that I'm worthy to also be considered in this situation. Regardless of the situation, we all want to be seen and heard. And the only way to fix that is by starting to do our own heart work in this process. So over the next few days, I'm so excited. I'm going to be rolling out my first course, is Heart Work 101, how to finally get unstuck from fear and rejection. But I'm going to do a whole other video and a whole other conversation about that. For today, I just want us to focus and just start the journey together. What is it that, what are your heart hangups? What are the things that in arguments that are those triggers that come out like barbs and they just make you go to a whole other place? And then I want you to sit down and I want you to think about what are the things that you're trying to protect or to gain in that situation. So I want you to grab your journals. I want you to sit down and just take a few notes. And I call this heart work homework, okay? Heart work homework. And I want you to also share this with me as well. So your first thing for your heart work homework, I want you to write down those heart hangups, those old situations, those old wounds that come back and that continue to bother you when you're having arguments. And then for the second thing, I want you to write down what you're trying to protect or to gain. You know, like in the argument that I posted last week, if I can be honest, the thing that I was trying to protect or gain is I wanted to feel like that I was heard. I wanted to feel like I was seen. And so I was trying to protect myself from being hurt again. And I wanted to gain a sense of being valued. I was looking for affirmation and validation. And those things aren't bad, but we've just got to be real about the fact that we're looking for that sometimes in arguments. So whatever the argument it is that you may have been facing or been in, whether it's marriage or friendship, work relationship, regardless of what it is, we all want to be seen. So I want you to share your heart work homework with me. You can drop it in the comments below or send it to my inbox, or you can send me an email. I would love to hear what you guys are working on. It feels so good, heart workers, to be back and in front of you again. I can't wait. I'm going to be right back here tomorrow with more about this idea on dealing with our heart hangups and how we can use heart work to deal with that. You guys have an awesome day and share the video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.